officer, and we have 7 security officers.
Okay.
One of whom is full-time, the rest are part-time.
Okay, so are the security officers, they're different than the police officers?
Yes, the post-certified police officers are required to complete 40 hours of training every year, post-certified training, including firearms, defensive tactics, child sex abuse, mental illness.
Okay.
EVOC, emergency vehicle operations. Trying to think if that's all the required classes.
Okay.
So, and then the security officers are security staff.
Right. So you have this is a big group of people that you're overseeing. Obviously, they're dedicated to the well-being of the students and the staff here. Why don't you share with us, you've been in the position not a long time, like you said, since June. What were you doing before you came to this position?
I have approximately 20 years of law enforcement experience. I have worked corrections, I have worked investigations, I have worked probation and parole, I have worked just
This explains the boots.
It does. Again, they are well worn in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So you brought with you a lot of training to this job. I'm sure now with people like this, a lot of training, right, usually also means a lot of vision. You're on the campus every day. What is sort of your vision for the department? What is it that you want to see from the department here?
I want to see us be a part of the community, the campus community, with the staff, with the faculty, with the students especially. You know, we need to be involved in what's going on campus. I want everybody to be able to feel like they can come in, say hello, drop by, have a cup of coffee, glass of tea. We just need to be a part of the community and protect the community.
Well, you know, here at Cleveland State, there is a huge focus, right, on being community focused, right?
Right.
And that's something that we talk about all the time, is Cleveland State's impact on Cleveland, right, and the surrounding area, and as well as wanting to be integrated. It sounds like your vision is for that to exist on campus between the officers and the faculty and staff.
And the students, yes.
Here, that's wonderful. So Tracy wants to know, what hours are the police office open?
We are here 24/7, 365. There is security staff or an officer or both on campus 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
Always.
Always.
So there's your answer, Tracy, is always, all the time. Now, where is that office?
It is in the student center in the basement, affectionately referred to as the dungeon because we are underground.
Sure. That's tough sounding.
Well,
let's be honest, Wonder Woman. It's tough. It's a tough sounding. Like Cougar, do you want to get sent down to the dungeon?
It's a very welcoming dungeon.
I don't. Is that a no? What it is? I like asked the Cougar. I literally asked the Cougar, does he want to go to the dungeon? It's like,
yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. Is there a dance party down there? So maybe. I mean, listen. We go where we need to go. You know, the Cougar goes where the party is. Chief.
We are the party.
That's a fact. You didn't know that it was so much fun down in the dungeon. But I guess, like, if you have your way, maybe we'll come up with a less frightening name for it in the future.
It's just because we're underground.
It's affectionately called that, Cougar.
Yes.
I don't know if there's a dance party going down there, but
you never know.
So here's another question that we just had come in. Do you have officers at the center in Athens or Monroe?
We have a part-time security officer in Athens. We do not currently have anybody at the Monroe Center.
Okay. So we don't. So in Athens, we have a part-timer, and in Monroe, we don't. Are there any plans for those campuses as well right now?
That would be ideal to have all of them staffed, full-time. But right this minute, that's not something that's available to us.
Okay. Well, tell me, what are some things, since you've come in, that you've really tried to improve on? You seem like the kind of person, if I could be so bold, Chief, to say you seem like you have an ear for the people, right?
I would like to think so.
You want to hear from the people. You want to know what they're thinking, and that you've come into this really to protect people, first of all. Second of all, to have a good community relation between the officers and the people that they're serving, right? What other things are you improving on? Maybe we could get a little bit more technical with the way you guys do business. I'm not asking for any trade secrets. Obviously, obviously I'm not asking you to give away any of the secret sauce of being a police officer, but what are some of the ways that maybe you're thinking of improving things?
Well, and again, the focus for any relationship is community based. You know, we
Sure.
want to be available and offer services to everybody. I think part of that is just getting out and meeting people. I would love to have some feedback as far as what faculty, staff, and students want from us, what they feel like we can do with them and for them,
Right.
and just build that relationship between the community and ourselves.
That's fantastic. I hope everybody here, I hope you guys are listening to that. So often we don't think that people who are in charge of a certain department or a certain sector are actually listening or want the feedback, right? But what you're saying is you want to hear.
Yes,
you want to
absolutely.
hear. You're not afraid to know.
I want to know.
Yeah.
You know, if students want programs on domestic violence, if they want programs on drinking and driving, texting and driving, you know, we can build those programs if there's an interest and a need for them. So
That's awesome. So, you know, what out there for those of you who are going to see this either now or see this later on as the video continues to play through the week, how do they get a hold of you to give you feedback?
my email address is jbledsoe, BLEDSOE, 01 at clevelandstatecc.edu. Same extension as basically
Awesome.
everybody else.
Yeah.
And I'm more than open to them sending me emails. They can call my office. They can stop by,
Awesome.
drop in. I'll make you a cup of coffee.
Think about this. You could have coffee with the chief. I don't know the Cougar will be there. The Cougar, as we know, does a
very
lot of dancing, isn't always available for coffee. It's hard for me to even get you here for this show, to be honest, Cougar. But whatever. You can't. What I'm trying to say is don't hold the chief to the Cougar standards or the Cougars to the chief standards. These are two very different positions here at the school. But she, the chief, will make you a cup of coffee, sit down and talk to you about the things that you want to see
Absolutely.
at the school. Now we have another question that's come in from Facebook that says, any safety tips?
'Tis the season for you to lock your car.
Oh, snap.
Yes, lock your car.
I feel like you're saying that right to me right
oh, no,
now.
sorry. Cougar, lock your car. How's that? Don't feel singled out.
Okay.
And do not leave. I walk around the campus a lot.
Yeah.
People see me here and there. And when I walk through the parking lots, people leave their purses, their wallets, their
You
laptops
guys, don't do that.
laying on the front seat of the car where I can just see them. Don't do that. Put them in the trunk, throw your coat over the top of it.
Right.
Just hide them so that
what
you're not
I
providing
think what you might be
temptation.
hinting at, Chief, is these people are inviting danger.
Oh, I wouldn't
That's
say
not necessary.
inviting, But
Right.
you just don't want to tempt people to do things that they need not be doing.
Right. I will confess, Chief, that I'm one of those people. I try to lock my door. When I don't lock it, I don't really freak out about it too much because I tend to think I'm pretty safe. But I guess that's probably the way somebody then suddenly finds out they weren't as safe as they thought they were.
And someone else finds themselves in possession of your laptop.
Right.
But I'm not saying it's not a safe campus, because it is a safe campus.
Right.
But you just don't necessarily want to open the door to that kind of thing. If you can take as simple a step as, you know, putting it in your glove box, sliding it under the seat, out of
Sure.
sight, out of mind.
Sure. Any other tips before we go? Anything else you want to say to the people?
We do, again, have somebody on campus 24/7. If you feel like you need someone to walk you to the car after dark, or if you have locked your keys in your car, we do offer door unlocks here on campus.
Okay.
We will jumpstart your car if you have left your headlights on or your battery
That's awesome.
dies
That's
or
awesome.
something like that. And again, we are here for you all.
Yeah,
faculty, staff,
I
and
want to
students.
reiterate that. So for those of you who are watching, the chief here is saying, like, this is a service, right, that they're happy to do. You don't have to walk across campus if you're alone, if you're by yourself, and you don't want to walk to your car by yourself. You don't have to do that, and you shouldn't do that, right? That's why we have the safety force that we have here is to keep everyone safe.
Absolutely.
And so by all means, if you don't feel safe, you should take advantage of that. And if you want a cup of coffee and to talk about more ways you can be safe, or to ask for maybe certain classes or seminars that could be taught on safety, or things that our own police force could teach you, come on down to the dungeon, get a cup of coffee.
Your very own personal police department.
That's right. Your very own. Well, listen, Chief Bledsoe, I'm so happy that you're on the show.
Thank you.
We're so thankful that you've been here today. I hope that everybody watching here will stay safe throughout this holiday season. Listen to the tips that the chief has given. Let's hide those laptops. Let's hide, don't leave any brightly wrapped gifts, maybe.
No, perhaps
in
not.
the back of the car. Maybe any loose money. Don't leave maybe like a stack of money in your car.
Yeah, put the hundreds in the glove box.
Those are bad ideas. But in all seriousness, thank you. Thank you for the great job you're doing, and to all the other officers on the force.
Absolutely.
I want to say on behalf of Cleveland State, and the Cougar here wants to say on behalf of Cleveland State, thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do to keep the students here safe. And if you're a student or a faculty member or a staff member here, please do take the time to get to know the police officers. They want to know you.
Yes.
Take the time to know them. Utilize these services. Have a very safe holiday season, and every season here, because you have a chief who cares, you have a police force that cares, and this is just one more way that Cleveland State is doing their part to be really community minded here.
Absolutely.
So, Chief, thank you so much for being
Thank
here
you.
today.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Cougar.
We will see you next time on Coffee with the Cougar. Till next time, I'm Rob. This is the Cougar. I think I just hit my mic with my coffee mug. Go Hoosiers.